Yo, what's good, guys? It's the BioPsychoSocial, and I'm here again with my main man, Patty. Welcome to episode 5 of Behind the Songs. Today, we're going to be talking about one song that Patrick's actually featured on, titled Lullaby. So, subscribe, and comments on what you thought about my song that dropped last week, Trust is an Illusion, featuring Ethan Asher. I think if you guys have listened to it, that you'll like it. I think it's my best one out yet. So make sure you subscribe, and comment to this channel, and follow me on Instagram, follow me on Spotify, and do all that fun shit. So if you really like an artist and want to support them, do all that stuff. It's free to do, and you'll be helping them out a ton. So yeah, why don't we jump right in? Woo! Song just has such a vibe about I forget who produced this one.
It was added.
But this was not. But the guitar is just absolutely perfect. Like, it just sets such a mood.
Sing me lullabies, tell me I'm a fucking riot. I don't wanna die, okay, maybe sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, the thoughts been on my mind. I'm trying to justify staying alive.
So, just come right out and say it plainly. Song's obviously about, suicide. So there'd be many nights where I'd lay in bed, just thinking there's no meaning, and what's the point? Why do I want to go on and wake up the next day? So it's kind of like sing me lullaby, sing me my last song before I go to sleep, and I just don't wake up. But yeah, kind of dark, but sometimes you're in dark places, and I could say making this song and actually saying it out loud, whether it was to an audience or to just the microphone itself and me alone in a room, it really helped me vent and get through a lot of the stuff that I was going through at the time.
Chasing all this money cause I'm trying to get rich. Flexing on my ex cause I need a new bitch. Sidepiece, down the ride, not afraid to die. Want to save me from the suicide I can't take.
So at this point, I'd just broken up and with my girlfriend, and it was a very weird time because as I've mentioned in every video before this, you're in that time period where you really don't want to get back together, but you do want to get back together, and there's that struggle. But yeah, so at this point I was racking my brain, I don't want to get back together, and I'm flexing on her, trying to forget about her, and coming to realize I need to find someone else that when a breakup happens, or if it doesn't, we stay together, they're not gonna push me down into the deep dark places that I've put myself in, I guess, because of this relationship. She didn't necessarily have anything to do with it, but she did inadvertently. But yeah, so that's what I was rapping about. That's what I was singing about.
All this time wasted, I can't fake it. Have my heart jaded, I don't wanna wake up, no more motivation. There's a shape of feelings of the isolation. Scared to see final days, nowadays I'm in a haze. Smile still on my face, even through all the aches. Worries in the ashtray, as I blow my smoke away. Yeah, I'm getting high today, fade to a better place. Life's so fucking amazing, I'm just trying to find my fucking way. So get the fuck up out my face, don't care what you got to say. Don't care what you got to say.
So yeah, ultimately, it came to a point where I would get really high, and oh yeah, I don't need her, I'm good on my own, everything's chilling. And then I'd get in places where I was really down, and she's all I could think about, and everything would be going back to that relationship, and I'd be thinking I want her, but this the fluctuation between the highs and the lows was just like unbearable. Like, yeah, the highs feel good, but like to a certain point, you're like, you know, it just doesn't feel like real life, because like you're not supposed to like feel that high and that low within the same week or within the same day. Like, but that's what was happening to me, and you know, it just like really hit home. So I wanted to write about it and, you know, talk a little bit about how I was feeling when I was high and how I was feeling when I was low. Two opposite ends of the spectrum. One time you're like feeling on top of the world, like you could take on anything, and then the next you could like just be contemplating suicide. So yeah, tough place.
Speeding down the highway, living life my way. If I die today, everything will be okay. Speeding down the highway, living life my way. If I die today, everything will be okay.
So, I actually haven't told anyone this. I think you guys might be the first people that I'm actually telling. But that little like interlude part in between, you know, the verse and the hook. So ultimately there'd be times where like I'd just be driving in my car, you know, going on drives, whatnot, trying to clear the head. And like I would just like out of nowhere think to myself, like, if I swerve right now, like I could end it. Like, it's over. And like I wouldn't have to struggle, I wouldn't have to worry about these things. And yeah, that thought, you know, it's scary. It's scary because like you're in control of a situation. Like I'm sitting in a car, I'm driving the car, and like just thinking that thought comes through your head, and you could literally do it within this amount of time, like within not even a second, you could do it. And I just think that that's a crazy power. That's all it takes to take someone's life, let alone your own life. But yeah, so I've also had those thoughts, and it's not fun. Well,
thank you for feeling comfortable enough to share. There's actually a phenomenon about that.
Is there really?
Yeah, I believe it's commonly referred to as like call of the void. Like if you ever like look over like the edge of a building and just get some weird urge to jump, even if you're not like fully suicidal, there's always like a thought in the back of your mind, like jump off, or like oncoming traffic, swerve into it, or like that's really deep water, swim to the bottom, drown, whatever it is. Call of the void.
I've never heard of that. I'll have to look that up.
It's very interesting.
Call of the void. Look it up.
Tell me I'm a fucking riot. I don't wanna die, okay, maybe sometimes. I'm not gonna lie, the thought's been on my mind. Trying to justify staying alive. Looking in the mirrors when I find myself, I'm looking at somebody begging for help and doubling down on the cause I've been dealt.
Yeah, I opened it up talking about introspection. A breakup fueled a lot of music for a certain period of time for me. So I would just kind of be like, kind of blaming myself, but I'd look inwards a lot. And a lot of times, I don't know if you've ever just like caught yourself in the mirror and just kind of like stare back at yourself, stare in your eyes and just think, just contemplate everything. And at times I would be like, wow, you know, I need help. This is bad. Other times I'd be like, look, certain things I can't change, and I can only grow from them, like the past. So I just have to double down on it, really embrace it, and try to keep moving forward. But it was always a battle on which thought pattern I would end up getting. But I would always try to end with it's in the past. There's nothing you can do. So keep moving forward.
Dude, we think some deep shit. Yeah.
I got it.
Introspection has me realizing my only fit is that rejection from your loving, from your touches. Got me blushing. Who'd have thought that I'd be the one crushing you?
Yeah, that part, whenever I would do the introspection in the mirror or wherever I was, I realized like, wow, the thing I didn't want to lose, what I valued very highly was the girl at the time. Everything, every experience, every touch, every kiss, whatever it was, everything about it was valued. And then it was gone, which it happens.
Yeah.
It is what it is. But that was always on my mind, and you'll see at the next part.
Got you on my mind every day, every place, every way. Even when you moved away, yes, I stay thinking if I wait just another day, maybe you come back to me.
Yeah, that one was, she ended up moving away, and even when she did, I kept thinking like, I was basically delusional. I was like, maybe she'll come back. You know, she went away for school, so obviously she wasn't coming back, unless Corona happened earlier. But, no, I kept thinking every day, every place, everywhere, every way. Bars.
Bars.
She was always on my mind, whether it was her well-being, her family, if she still thinks about me, all of that. But it's also a double meaning when I say like hoping that I want her to come back, not only physically because she went to school in a different state. I wanted her to come back, like the old personality that she had before all of the fighting, before the breakup. I wanted that version of her to come back. So not only I wanted her to come back physically, but who she was, and things could just go back to how they were.
No, that makes sense. I think a lot of people who went through breakups feel that way at certain points. Not everyone can articulate it though, and when you can't articulate it, it becomes
An issue.
really, it becomes a real issue. And I'm sure like it took you, just like it took me, time to actually articulate it and figure it all out, and but
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Yeah, this was like, I started writing like a lot more about like a year after the breakup. I was still trying to process it a year later.
Right.
So it takes time, but however you want to get through it and vocalize and feel heard, vent, find a friend, make some music, do some art, watch a movie.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, whatever.
There's a lot of healthy ways to cope with stuff.
A lot of unhealthy ways too.
Yeah, a lot of unhealthy ways too.
Unhealthy ways.
I've probably done just about every single healthy way and every single unhealthy way. So trust me, the healthy ways are better. They actually work in the long run. Yeah.
100%.
Also, before you started again, shout out to Matt Arvay of Lona, Misa. This man mixed and mastered the entire album. But not only that, like, I was just listening, and the effects that he had on Patrick's voice when they get really, really big to make them stand out. I think it was you and me. There were the two words on there to make them sound like really big.
Yeah.
Oh my God. It just sits so well in the mix, and it sounds just like awesome. I don't know how to say it other than it just sounds awesome.
It was great. It was great. He really, really chose the lines that really stuck out. Who'd have thought I'd be the one crushing you? I didn't think like, I valued her so highly. I valued all of our time together, her so highly. So I didn't even think I had a chance. And he really, really put emphasis on that, which was a big takeaway for whenever I was writing this song. So he's a great guy.
Yeah, he is.
Can't say enough good things about him. Him and his cat.
We need to get him in a video soon.
Oh my goodness, I'd love that. I'd love that. Comment you want Matt Arvay in the next one.
Oh yeah, comment. Put it in the comments if you want Matt Arvay in the next video.
He's not gonna fit in the frame. He's like 6'8". All right, moving on.
She's all in my eyes, please don't tell me lies. Now she's with a new guy. She's all in my eyes, please don't tell me lies. Are you happy now? Sing me lullabies.
Yeah. So after we broke up, we tried to catch up again, and it was pretty emotional for me because I was still processing, and she seemed to be doing a lot better than I was. I'd always mentioned this one guy and gotten really close to him after the breakup, so I was like, all right, well, just be honest with me. I'm not mad. I can't blame you for moving on, finding someone that makes you happy, but like, are you happy now? Like, are you genuinely happy? Are you with this person? That was a big thought that I was having. As long as she was happy, I was happy. But obviously, I resented it a little bit just because it wasn't the picture perfect ending that I would have would have wanted
Yeah.
in the beginning.
The I hope you're happy now, or like the you know, I want your happiness, so if you're happy, I'm happy. That's kind of like cliche fairy tale where it never actually happens. Like you are actually happy for that person. Like, I'm happy for my ex and what she's doing, and I hope nothing but the best for her. But like at the end of the day, there's still that little piece that like of you that holds on.
You're jealous. That's what it was for me. I was jealous.
Oh, I'm not necessarily.
Him,
yeah,
just how well she was doing, how well she seemed to be processing it. But like you said, even if I had stalked her on social media or something, like it's not gonna be how it actually is. She could be doing terribly, but she put on a brave face for me, and all I wanted for her to do was not lie to me, tell me like, are you actually happy with the decisions you made to end our relationship, to go with this new person? Are you happy now more than you were with me? And obviously, I hope the answer was yes, but yeah.
Yeah. All we can do is wonder sometimes, huh?
Yeah. Yeah. Overthinking.
Oh, by the way, this drop that you put in here, Matt, coming up, absolutely stupid.
Love
It's a stupid drop.
Oh my God.
Wait for it.
That's what experience comes in.
Yeah, I'm fucking right here. I don't wanna die. Okay, maybe sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. The thoughts been on my mind. Trying to justify staying alive.
Yeah, that was Lullaby. To me, the song really encapsulated things I would think about, like to put myself to sleep when I'm lying in bed waiting to go to sleep. These thoughts of wanting her back. Is life worth it? Is she happy now? All these intrusive thoughts were what put me to sleep. So in a weird way, it was a lullaby. Kinda. So to hear it in an actual song makes it more of a lullaby now.
Yeah.
Although I haven't tried to sleep to it yet. I just might, just for the namesake.
I've never tried to sleep to it either.
Oh, no,
That's interesting,
right? See what I'm saying?
But yeah, like I talked about in some past videos too, and I know you've watched it. Like those intrusive thoughts can be like really, really debilitating at times. But it sounds like, at least for me, like I'd always have to try to change the subject within my own head and be like, no, I'm not thinking about that. But for you, it almost seems like you found comfort in those thoughts.
Sometimes it was comfort, sometimes it was discomfort. A lot of times I didn't really have a choice in thinking about it. It just, like you said, it's intrusive. It just pops in. Some of them were reminiscent of a past relationship. Others were like, I really messed up.
Like whatever. Introspective type shit. Yeah,
very introspective. So it was what it was. But yeah, it would always keep me up at night, and eventually I'd fall asleep to it. So in a way, it was a weird way to go to sleep.
Yeah.
Now I just listen to like
Joji.
I do love Joji.
Joji is great.
I like to listen to scary stories to fall asleep.
Really?
Yeah, it's a weird thing about me. Is I like creepypastas, I think they're called, on YouTube. I look up creepypastas. You don't know creepypastas?
No.
Oh my. If you have sleeping problems and like it takes you forever to fall asleep, get real comfy. And if you're not scared, if you like being scared, like a little eeriness, fan of horror like I am, put on a creepypasta. Doesn't matter what it is. I go for, I don't know. Doesn't matter really the subject matter. I like anything with ocean. I'm terrified of deep water.
Yeah.
I'm scared of it. I don't know what's down there. I don't like the feeling of swimming and your legs are just dangling and then you don't know what's going to come up and bite off your pinky toe. Like I don't
pinky
know.
toe.
It's so
what
large, the ocean.
You know who created feet pics? Sharks. Think about it. That's the only thing they can see on humans, man.
You think they ever look at a foot and go, that looks tasty? That looks good. She painted her nails too.
All right.
Shark bait.
So, thank you for watching. as I mentioned in the beginning, make sure you subscribe, like the video, please. And if you have any questions or like these songs made you feel some type of way, please leave comments. Also, if you want Matt Arvay in the next video, comment. Comment that you want Matt, because I know I want him, but unless other people tell him to do it, I'm not going to be able to get him here. So, thank you.